Fatima, how y'all doing?
Shaniqua's in the house.
They munching on these Dunkaroos.
I know.
I don't know if we're going to cut the first part, but we are taste testing Dunkaroos. I found them at Target. Target shipped them to my house yesterday, and I'm not going to tell the story.
Don't.
I don't know the story.
Of how many they delivered and
We're
how
gonna
many
have
I
a million
actually paid
niggas
for.
doing the
Oh,
same
that's
thing
fucking
you did.
crazy.
I'm talking about you only paying for 2 packs and then delivering a whole truckload
No.
case to my house. So, shout out to Bella's Gender Reveal. Everybody's getting one.
Party bags lit.
That's it. So, shout out to Target. Shout out to the warehouse workers in Target.
Right? Held
Y'all
it
not paying
down.
attention.
Right?
They probably fucking over it.
They probably, yeah.
They like, fuck this raise. Okay, y'all got me.
They got 15 an hour though now. Target announced.
I know, but what the fuck is 15? I mean, if you coming for like from 12, maybe okay, but I would be like, fuck your $15. No disrespect.
People in New York was already making that, so that's why New York is like, fuck your 15.
Oh, okay. No, because they probably overwork, underpaid. Even if you go into Target,
right. Overwork.
yeah. Even if you go into Target and
we
grab,
love Target, by the way.
yeah. If you like grabbing shit or whatever, you see the workers not giving a fuck. They working, but you could tell they just over it. And I don't blame them. If you still at self checkout, they not stopping you. They not.
I watched
no.
don't get any ideas. You have a kid, but I watched way too many people do that self checkout.
Exactly.
Do that self checkout.
That's why they limited it to like 10 items per something. But here's the catch. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how to steal. Don't steal, but I'm gonna tell you how to steal. Go in there with your own bag, because you know, here in New York, you gotta have your own bag. They're not supplying you with bags. They do have bags there, but don't use their bags, because therefore you're gonna get caught. Go in there with your own bag. Make sure it's a big enough bag. Put all your shit in it. Swipe most of your shit. But if you don't want to pay for that nail polish, why are you looking at her? If you don't want to pay,
You sound like you used to this.
I do. Listen. I don't steal no more because I'm too scary. I'm too scary after getting arrested by traffic police. So I don't steal no more. But back in my day, what? But anyway, now if you bring your own bag, put your shit in your own bag. The little shit that be too expensive, nail polish. Why is nail polish $7.99? Because it say gel. It ain't really gel. You still your shit going to crack. So just put it in the bag.
I got a gel one time and my shit cracked like 2 days later.
Exactly. Because it's cheap.
They be lying.
They be lying. Exactly. So yeah, you just get on the self checkout. Keep all your honey pot or whatever. Don't swipe that shit. You know, I mean, not for nothing. She's black, so no, pay for that. But everything else, don't pay for that shit. Your bag of cheese, your shredded cheese that you need, don't pay for that. Just keep it in the bag. They're not gonna know.
Groceries.
They're not gonna know. That shit's at the bottom of the bag and you putting all your other shit on top of it. They don't know what you taking out the bag. And then the self-checkout camera is right on your face. Let me stop, because it would be great if Target could be like a sponsor one day.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, bitch, you stole
my
shit, bitch.
Stole all our shit,
So
bitch.
forget that. We'll bleep out the name, but that's how you steal if you want to steal. If you a stealing ass bitch, that's how you steal.
Right.
I used to be a stealing ass bitch because
Shout out
I
to
don't
all
want to
the
pay.
thieves out there.
Twins, get your thieving asses in the car.
Shout out to the thieves. All right, so this episode we're going to be talking about dating. Obviously, everybody who knows me, I'm the single one out of the group. But
Nobody
not the
knows
only. Nobody knows me. I ain't shit. But I ain't the only single girl out there. So I it's a big topic, and this may extend a couple of episodes depending on how deep we want to get into the whole dating series and the whole lead up and what happens afterwards. But we figured this is a great topic it's a good icebreaker.
Okay, I'm done munching, so I'm ready.
Wait, I got 2 more.
All right, really quick feedback on the Dunkaroos, guys.
Good cookie, not a Dunkaroo.
Basically.
Yeah.
Good cookie. Tastes like Pillsbury sugar cookies.
It's Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker. You could probably make a better sugar cookie, on your own. Frosting is all right. It's not Dunkaroos at all. So for 190 calories, if you willing to take the hit for that, because for 190 calories,
But look
what?
at our last cookie.
bitch, because you had 2 frostings.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take the hit for all those calories, then cool. For me, I'm gonna eat it anyway because it's good.
It's a good snack. It's a good snack.
Did Betty Crocker used to make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they don't.
So I'm thinking like Betty, she died. Betty Crocker's kids took over and was like,
Betty,
let's redo the recipe.
I think Betty been dead.
Betty didn't leave the original recipe. That's what you're saying.
Basically, she
said,
got
"Fuck
it
these
locked
kids."
up in a vault somewhere or whatever. But yeah, okay, good cookie. Not a Dunkaroo. That's
How
what
did
it
Betty
is.
die?
Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
'Cause
The
why
whole
did
big
you-
thing now is Aunt Jemima. They're gonna take her off the box and her family on the internet crying like, "Don't stop her legacy." You mean don't stop your check? We know what you saying. At the end of the day, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, all of them niggas was a slave, and we tired of seeing their faces. I know I am. I ain't never even made no Uncle Ben's rice. The fuck?
I love Uncle Ben's brown rice. That's what I used to lose weight.
I don't fuck with Uncle
The
Ben.
microwavable cups, they good.
No, bitch. I'm African American. You cook your rice in a pot.
This is I just started making white rice. Shanae just taught me a couple of months ago.
I know. I remember a couple of years
As a
ago.
28-year-old
I
Puerto
don't
Rican.
know if she told me properly, maybe, and I'm sorry if I'm telling the story wrong, but she texted me a couple of years ago and said you didn't wash your rice. So
what you did, pour that shit in the pot?
you didn't
Your
wash
shit-
the rice.
Me?
That's what she said. You didn't wash it.
I didn't wash the rice?
That's the wrong girl.
That is not me. I washed the
It's
rice.
somebody else.
Okay, maybe it was someone
okay.
else.
Apologize to the Breakfast Club.
Apologize to the Breakfast Club. But yeah,
That's the first. Her shit was murky then.
yeah, you gotta
You don't wash your rice. Your shit murky.
If you getting bag rice, wash your rice. That is step one to the process. Do it about 5 more times after that
yeah, I do
until
like
you
5,
have
6.
clear water.
Yeah.
Clear water.
That's what you're looking for. After that, you Gucci. Like, if you making plain white
Ugh.
rice, when you done making
That
it,
shit was
make
chalk.
sure it could have been. I'm sure it felt nasty in the mouth. It had to. There's
Had
no
to.
way. Because it was boiling. And all right. Anyway, we talking about, is this a food episode or what? Like, no. So we just OD.
If you can't cook, you ain't dating anybody. So this is the great lead up to that conversation.
He's shaking his head. Yes. Listen.
Because if your shit murky, that dude's walking out, not even saying, something came up.
But let's start here. How the fuck? How he gonna know?
Let Jaleesa tell her rice story.
Which one? The first.
Since you talking shit about you can't be in a relationship if you can't cook rice. God.
First of all, I was 18 years old.
No, that's not an excuse.
It's an excuse.
You're half Puerto Rican and
That's
black.
true. Growing
You
up in a
should
Puerto
be
Rican
able to
household, I never paid attention to my mother cooking. But for everybody out there, I was 18. And at the time, I was seeing Maria. Y'all know who Maria is. No, I'm not a lesbian. Shout out to LGBT. Maria.
I don't want to say the street. Okay.
So he was at work. I used to pop through every now and then. So I decided I'm going to cook tonight. So I grabbed all the ingredients from my mother's house because obviously I wasn't going to the supermarket to buy shit my mother already had in her cabinet for me to cook for another nigga. Went to his house, told him I was cooking. He was like, all right. Started making the rice. I don't think YouTube and Instagram, it wasn't 10 years ago, you couldn't really find.
Right, you couldn't YouTube something.
So I called
it was
my mother.
probably scarce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called my mother and she told me how to make it. Skipping ahead, I had to make that rice twice. The first rice I made, it was too mushy. It was too much water. It was mush. It was Play-Doh. I double bagged it in an associated bag and threw it out his 3rd floor window. Scraped it out. At that point, he's the keys going through the door. He comes in. Yo, what's up, you cooking? I was like, yeah. Had to restart the rice. Now, Spanish men know how long rice takes to cook.
Yeah.
So I was in that bitch for about 2 hours, still trying to make rice. The second rice I made was a little hard, and he made note of it. But it's called crudo, like that shit's crudo. But he still ate that shit, and I forgot what I made with it. I don't remember if I made chicken or something. That I know how to cook, but the rice, it wasn't it. It wasn't until a couple of months ago that Shanae called me on FaceTime and told me how to make rice, and that rice was good. I made it with oil without. Now I know how to make white rice.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, same for me. Sinead told me how to make Spanish rice. And that was just in YouTube. I YouTube how to make Haitian rice recently. Which it didn't really taste Haitian. It tasted Spanish because that's the ingredients I had in my
It's
house.
in your soul now.
That's what the fuck I had in the house. That's what made me make the eppies. Because I'm like, no, this shit still tastes Spanish. I used all the Haitian ingredients, but something about it was still Spanish. I don't know if I shouldn't have used the rice pot because it's used to having Spanish rice in it. So it just got the flavor already there, no matter how many times you wash the shit. So, yeah, anyway, my mother cannot cook. But she's never had a shortage of men that like take care of her and love her. When I look at pictures of my mom back in the 80s, like niggas was buying her Louis Vuitton. She had the Louis Vuitton duffel. Like, I don't know if it was her cooking.
On the low, they wasn't like. Oh,
I'm positive. My mother could never cook ever. She's a hit or miss cook. Like the other day, I walked in the house and it smelled like collard greens. So I'm like, oh, great. You know, I love collard greens, hot sauce, all of that. I opened the fucking pot. This bitch didn't even chop the collard greens. Let's just start there. It was the whole leaf in the pot.
How you gonna eat that?
Exactly. So I'm like, why would you do that? She was like, I know. I was just so
you
lazy.
Some shears.
They're cooked. So collard greens after cook being in a cooked state,
mush, so you can't really.
They're slim, like flimsy. How was you cutting that? So she drains the juice out, which is like, again, why would you do that? And then started chopping it in the pot. Like that's how my mother cooks.
Oh Jesus!
She's not a cook.
Let me say this: I think a man can appreciate a woman who cooks.
I'm sure, absolutely.
Like a little better.
But I can appreciate a man who cooks.
Me too.
My man cooks. My man cooks to the point where this nigga be sending out pictures. At my birthday party, you didn't make it. He made the mac and cheese. That was like one of the first fucking things going. Like he can cook. That man can cook, and that's what I appreciate. And he, spent a little bit of his adolescence in New Orleans, so he be making the red beans with the turkey in it and shit, and the turkey necks and crab.
I want a dude to cook for me who knows how to cook things I don't know how to cook.
Exactly.
Don't come making rice
like
beans.
my man, fried chicken.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a little fried chicken. I love fried chicken.
Everybody loves fried chicken.
Right? And and to make it healthier, you can like oil fry it. You don't even gotta batter that shit. And
you mean air fry it?
No, oil fry it. You can air fry it, sure.
Oh,
without flour. You just season your chicken, put enough flour so it doesn't stick to the pan. Yeah, and then just fry it like that.
That's good.
And it's almost like a hot wing. And then you put hot wing sauce on it.
That sounds disgusting.
It's so good.
Dada does that.
What?
She don't bread her chicken. You just like season it and put it in the grease. She does.
It's mad good.
With rice.
Yeah.
Yes. It is so good. I'm telling you.
I don't know who's making that so we can taste it next week.
I'll make it.
Dada's chicken don't look like Popeye's chicken. Popeye's chicken is breaded 5 times.
Nobody's chicken look like Popeye's chicken.
I'm gonna make this pan-seared fried chicken like and watch it be good. It's gonna be good. All right. So next week, that's what we'll have. That'll be our food review in the beginning of the show. But let's get into this dating series since we're talking about. A man and what he appreciates. So, you're gonna bring
up the meme first? Why we want to talk about this?
So before we even get to that part, there was a meme on Instagram that Jaleesa mentioned to us about. It was a beautiful girl sitting at a table, and it was, what does it say? Something about what do you order on the first date or something of that nature? What did it say?
Do you eat all your food? Or something
do you
like that.
eat all your food on the first date?
So what are you ordering?
So before we jump into that portion,
my answer was it depends on what first
wait,
don't
is. Right. Okay, so wait a second. Before we even get there, let's start from the beginning. So he's successfully got your number. How long do you talk to him before y'all go on your first date?
First date to me is he successfully gets my number, and there may be do I like him? Are you asking me if this is the one?
I mean,
Because women already plan marriage. Like,
we do,
day two.
but this is just like you don't really know just yet because everything
he's
is off
fine.
appearance and what the time span of y'all talking. So if he got your number, like for instance, for me, if I give you my number, which I wouldn't in 2020, but if I give you my number,
I would give you a number. Why not?
Because I'm in
She's
love.
in a relationship.
Let's say if you were single.
If I was single,
You
if
give
I
numbers?
give you, yeah.
Or you give an Instagram. Do people give out numbers or they be like, oh, follow me on IG?
No, we're grown. We give out
All right.
numbers.
Okay, but yeah, so the question is how long until the first date happens? He got your number on Thursday. At what point are you comfortable enough going out with him? For me, I would say like 3 weeks. I want to talk to you for like 3 weeks.
If I know his first and last name, I'm not gonna front. I will probably Google him and see if he has if he has social media, and I'll ask one of y'all like look up his name.
But why do you need to do that?
To see if he's not a psycho.
That you can learn that from.
No, I don't want to meet up. I don't want to meet up with you and go to a restaurant if you're a known felon.
That's her preference.
I guess.
You know.
I've been out with a couple of fellas.
You know.
Shout out to y'all.
I did.
Shout out to niggas on C block.
It's all right. But I think that's just because, like Fatima said, everything is just different. Back in the day, like he would call your house phone. He would come to the stoop and pick you up. And now I want to make sure he's not a serial killer.
So once you make sure he's not a serial killer,
I want to say Saturday. If he's available Saturday night, I would be like, let's go out. And from Thursday to Saturday, I'm preparing. I'm doing my research. I'm talking to all my friends.
Okay, so now you've asked him out. You've done all of that research. So is he picking you up? Are you meeting him there?
I'm meeting him at a local restaurant near me.
Okay.
I don't want him knowing where I live because if I let 2 weeks go by and we talking before the meetup, that's fine. I'm getting to know him through text, through phone. We FaceTiming. We doing all of that kind of stuff. I may allow him to pick me up. I have an apartment building, not a home, so you need to know codes to get in my building. So I'll be safe enough to be like, pick me up. But if I like you on a Thursday and you ask me for my number and what are you doing over the weekend and I say nothing, all right, I don't mind meeting a stranger out to dinner in Astoria.
So here's the thing, right? Because now you've initiated the date. So is he expected? Yes. You just said I would feel comfortable by Saturday. So if he doesn't ask you by Saturday, are you asking?
No.
Okay.
That has to come from him.
Okay.
I want a man to court me, regardless if this is a one night stand. I would prefer a man if you're asking me for my number, you're pursuing me. So that means you're asking me on a date and you're asking me when I'm available and I'm saying Saturday and he's like, me too, I'm taking you out, get dressed.
Okay. So then Saturday comes, right? So here's the thing.
Right? Or
no, that's fine. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things, you know?
That's your own little
because y'all looking at me.
Bitch, who else we gonna look at? There's no like who else? But no, I get that if you like someone, why not just jump to it? I've known people that have liked each other so much that they moved in together within like a month of talking, not dating or anything. Like they were talking and was like, all right, I want to see you every day.
I mean, we gonna talk between Thursday and Saturday, and I'm saying Saturday as if he's available. Dude might say I ain't available till next week, which is fine because he's in and out of town doing his own thing. I don't know. So it could be 3 days, it could be a week, but up in between those days, I think we're gonna text here and there.
Well, yeah. I just like to give it time because I like to see consistency because motherfuckers will get your number on Thursday, play the little cat and mouse game where maybe they won't text you or call you until Saturday. And then every day, once they see, oh, this is a cool ass girl, then they're interested. So they text you every day, every night, all day throughout the first week. Second week, he's still kind of on you. Third week,
still not going out to eat shrimp?
Well, I mean, if he were to ask me out within the first week, I wouldn't be quite ready yet. Like, I'm very slow. Like, I'm a slow progressor. Like, you gotta warm up to me. I'm the person that don't trust nobody until I trust you. So you got to work up to like me feeling comfortable to be like, okay, I'll go out with you, sure. Because yeah, I'm want to feel comfortable with you picking me up from my home and not feel like you gonna ring my bell and look for my last name and be like, bitch, open the door. No. So yeah, so I'm slow like that. I'm old school. I want to see your interest. I want to see the, like I said, is you gonna text me in the third week or you gonna be like, oh, this bitch, fuck her. Because we live in a world where everything is instant gratification. You could order from Target today and get your shit shipped tomorrow.
That's true. And I'll get
So
mad if my package is delayed.
exactly. So
Well, if
niggas
you
can
get
go
extra
in
boxes of Dunkaroos.
that too. So yeah, niggas will easily be like, "Oh, she taking too long. Let me move on to the next." And women too, like we want the same, you know. Oh, he's not complimenting me, or this nigga hasn't said he, you know, putting up money or
The
whatever,
insecure. Me,
whatever.
I don't mind if a dude asks me out within the next couple of days or so. I'm getting to know him at the table. It doesn't. That's me. I'm alright with it because what's it to me to be sitting across the table, enjoying a meal, enjoying conversation with somebody.
But are you enjoying a meal? Because bitch said she ordered what?
Well, she don't. We don't. She's saying, do you eat the whole thing? So if
I
I
do.
like him, so before we even get to the table, if I like dude, this all right. So the scenario is he's hitting me up Thursday. You busy Saturday? No. Saturday, I'm getting ready. I'm not eating the whole day. I need to feel skinny. I'm doing my hair and makeup 5 hours before. I gotta walk around my house, showered. An hour before that, I'm probably doing a quick bird bath because it's been 5 hours. I want to smell good. I want to feel good, and that's for me. What?
She do too much.
Because
No, we're not judging you.
No, but
Every
that's
woman
me.
is different, but you know.
And the date is not to impress him. The date is for me to feel good. Going through a conversation
But that's
with a
why I
random
feel like you
stranger.
should just do you all day and relax. You taking showers, bird
No, I'm
baths.
hype. I'm excited that a man wants to take me out and get to know me. That's exciting for me. I'm not gonna sit there in a headscarf up until 6:45.
That's what I do.
Damn, really?
Yes, because I need a scarf to lay my edges. I don't
Well, that
got.
scarf is on, but I'm just saying.
I don't got the silky
I
smooth.
prep and prepare. I gotta put on a couple of different outfits. Oh, it also depends on where we going. If he's taking me on 30th Avenue to a little Greek restaurant, I might want to be cute. Whereas he's taking me to Sugar Free, I'm gonna throw on this little something casual so I could chow down on some po' boys.
Which ain't that good. If you go to
No,
New
it's not that
Orleans,
good.
ain't the po' boys in New Orleans. First of all, the meat be falling out, and then they do half chicken, half shrimp, pork chop, po' boy.
Ooh.
Get to New Orleans, people. If you ain't had no good food, get to New Orleans. This should just be a food episode. I don't even give a fuck about the no, because everything is about food. But I mean, everybody has their process. So if for you, you know, you feel most comfortable, you know, prepping and all of that stuff and trying on your different outfits.
I'm excited.
That's your
Yeah.
process.
It depends on the woman you are. Like me, for a woman who's more aggressive and the aggressor and goes after the man that she wants, I know that they already like me for me. If they be like, if they're with
He
it,
just
like,
met you
ooh,
on the street on a Thursday. It's Saturday, and you like.
But
You
I am the way I am.
That's true.
I don't pimp and prep. I'm not a pimp and prepper.
I primp and prep. But I want to say it's for me. It's not for the man. The man is going to like me regardless because he probably stopped me on the street when I was
That's true.
walking
Because
to the
I got
corner
my
store.
days when I want to walk the fuck out the house and be Little Kim. So I pimp and prep for that. But then I got my days where I'm like, I'm just chilling. And I like him. And
What's the
we about the vibe. So
What's the video with dude when he was in Food for Less beat? I want to be that, but that's not me. No, one time I was walking to Seatown. I don't know what I looked like. And 4 people stopped me.
no, those be the days. Let me just say that. You can be busted.
I was busted.
Crust in your nose. Just woke up.
Crypt keeper busted.
No eyebrows on.
They be like, yeah.
They be like, yo, let me talk to you. No.
Is that because they're not intimidated at the moment?
Could be. Who knows? They might just. I just always felt like it's probably a body thing, or you know what I'm saying. Like they see, oh, she got a nice body. Let's just pray she got a nice face to go with it. So let me holler and take the chance.
Walking to Seatown.
You know.
My number.
Who knows? I can't say. I've always wondered what it is that they feel impressed by when you
The
look
ass.
your worst and you push in your shopping cart.
You the ass.
Probably, but
No, pushing your shopping cart with like 3 bags of laundry.
exactly. Like I'm about to.
Yo,
First
you
of
want to
all,
help? Come help me push this shit.
exactly. Like grab a fucking bag, my nigga. Like what is
Right.
you talking about? But yeah, I mean everybody has their process. So now y'all are on the date, which is y'all conversating.
We
Y'all
good. All right, we on the date. All right, I'm responding to the meme in this moment. I'm at a Greek restaurant. I look cute. I feel skinny because I've been detoxing all day. Again, that's for me.
What's this feel skinny? Who wants to
I
feel
can't
skinny?
eat all day and have
you know what
a
I think
big
about
giant
when she
gut.
says feel skinny?
Kate Moss.
No, I
What?
just think about
I want to be able to
Tom
suck.
Hanks in the middle of nowhere waiting for somebody to come get him. Feel skinny. Looking for his little soccer ball.
Can
like.
y'all understand? It was
What
a
was his
volleyball.
name?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Shout out to Wilson. He's not
Oh my God.
found.
No, but if you didn't cry when Wilson drifted away, like
I cried.
I
still cried.
definitely cried. I definitely cried.
That
like,
was his
yo,
best friend. How long he was on the island? For like 4 years?
Yeah.
sunburned, dying, seawater,
missing.
chapped lips. Damn,
That's what I think
hard.
about.
Came
she
back,
feels
wife
skinny.
moved on.
Wife totally moved.
We
But I
gotta
mean,
talk
I
about-
can't
we
blame
need
her.
to make the
Away.
black version of that movie. That would be so interesting.
We did. Remember we watched it in
Yeah.
the house? Mommy and they were cracking mad jokes.
What's the name of the movie?
Black away.
Black Away. What?
No, we was just thinking.
You know it? Oh.
No, we made it
No,
up.
Oh, you made it
What
up.
if the movie
Oh.
was with black people instead of white, and he came home and she was with a whole new nigga?
He walk in his house and see Daquan. You imagine?
I can't.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I have to feel skinny, and I have to be able to suck it in. I can't have a whole breakfast and lunch already in my system. I'm nervous. I'm meeting a guy. I like him. Obviously, my ass is going to Greek on 30th Avenue. So we sitting there. Waiter comes up. What would you like to eat? I don't want to chow down on a whole meal. I'm not one of those females that have to order a whole steak
all day.
And this is your
not eat on the
favorite
date.
food.
I'll probably have a little piece of chicken and like some potatoes.
You're
I'm not
wildin'.
I'm not eating a whole. There's females out there who will order a whole menu.
Yeah, you looking at them.
Yep.
Oh.
Except for
Nice to
one
meet you.
time. One time I tried to be cute and I went to whatever it was. We went to just some random restaurant in the city and I ordered chips and salsa. You know, I just like I wanted to feel like I didn't want to eat heavy. I don't know why. I can't say it's because I wanted to feel skinny or anything because I wasn't skinny then.
I'm not skinny. I wanted to feel it.
But yeah, I ordered the chips and salsa. And all I could say is, first of all, I should have known from what I ordered because I usually order food. Like I eat. I don't mind
Why
eating.
didn't you order food?
I don't know. I just didn't. He was giving me like I'm broke vibes. So I'm like, just to, play it safe. I don't want to embarrass him because we have been talking for 3 months. This was our first date after 3 months.
This is your current?
No, absolutely.
Okay, so we could
You think my current in 2020 would give me I'm broke vibes?
I'm just checking.
He
so
wouldn't
I
be
can
my
talk the
current.
shit
I
really
am
quick.
31. I don't have time for broke vibes.
What is broke vibes?
He was just giving me like, for instance,
First of all, where were you? What restaurant?
we were in the city somewhere. I couldn't tell you. It
Mexican restaurant?
probably was somewhere like villagey because we walked down one block and I saw drag queens outside smoking cigs.
Who chose it? You?
We just went to a random restaurant. Nobody chose. He was
Okay.
just like, be ready, blah, blah, blah. At this time, I'm going to pick you up. Sure. He came and got me. And he parked randomly. And I had on fucking thigh-high boots. And I'm busting it down the block. And I'm like, first of all, my feet fucking hurt. Like, pick something. So we picked whatever was open at the time. I don't know what the fuck was going on in New York City. This is a couple of years ago. This is a good, like, 7 years ago. But everything was closed. And it was like 10:30. So we picked this random restaurant, go inside. He just wasn't giving me the vibe like we was good. So I was just like,
Well,
okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I was right because at the end of the night, I'm noticing he keeps looking down, like where she took his card and he kept looking at her as she was swiping it, and like
As if the shit's gonna decline and she's gonna walk back.
no, I called on later and he told me, he confirmed it later, but it was a hot card. Nigga took me out with a booster piece. He took me out. His pieces he wasn't sure if his piece was about to hit or not. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm like trying to make conversation. We've had this great
when did you
rapport.
Peep as soon as you sat down?
It was something in the air. Call me.
Struggled through the date.
No, it was a nice time because we had been talking straight for 3 months, every day, every night, all day. So we had the connection, but it's like in person, he was like, towards the end of the date, he was just making me feel like there was something not quite right. And then I'm watching his body language of him stalking the girl and looking over like, okay, did she swipe it? Okay, is it gonna go through? And I'll never forget, I went to speak and like try to bring up the conversation, so and he put his hand like this, like he wanted me to stop speaking so he could pay attention to whatever she was doing. Like, is she picking up the phone to call the cops? Oh. But we were together for 2 years after that, so
you was
so
down.
That didn't give a
no, I didn't care. I already liked him. He was my old type, like tall, bald, bearded, muscular beast of a man. Yeah. We met him in the strip club. It was love at first sight. Thug. I wouldn't even say a thug. He's a fucking teacher. He's just a Harlem nigga. Harlem niggas are Harlem niggas. Yeah. They a thug and they a Harlem nigga. It don't matter if they a garbage truck driver, a teacher, a doctor. If they're from Harlem, they're from Harlem. If you from New York, you know what that means.
So if you used to look down while he put the card down on the little thing and it shit said Sean P. Diddy Combs,
I'd have been like, what up? Bad boy. Bad boy. I'm a in the sense of how I used to be.
That's what
exactly. Now we need to hit Bloomies. Let's go. So at that time, yeah, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. He could have just told me, and that's what I said to the nigga. Like, why didn't you just say that?
Chips and dip.
That I ordered before. Exactly. Okay. I ordered before knowing. So who knows?
To me, it's not like a money thing. I don't want to order a lot of and y'all made comments before saying, oh, men know when you just trying to be shy. Order the meal. I can't eat a whole meal.
I mean, I feel like if you're a curvaceous, thicker, bigger girl, even a small girl, like, he know, like, oh, this bitch like to eat. Like, they know.
Niggas like that.
I know, but I'm not sitting there ordering a whole porterhouse for one. On menu, it says for two. Like, I'm just...
Y'all can share it. That's the point of a porterhouse. Split that shit down the bone.
You share food?
Yeah, if
you're into a guy and you want to do a little intimate date, that's mad cute. No,
I agree.
You put a little salsa on a chip, feed it to him.
So you get an appetizer,
I'm not feeding
lunch.
No niggas.
You're getting appetizer, main, and dessert, and alcohol.
See, y'all different. When I like a nigga, I'm doing everything.
Not on the first date. I'm not feeding you. You sit
I'm
on
feeding you.
I do
you,
like
I'm
on
doing everything,
and I still like this first on dates. Yeah, on the first date, like for instance, a lot of people like to sit across. I like to sit next to the person I'm dating, like sit right next to me. I don't like to sit across. Even on dates now, I hate sitting across. I want you to sit next to me. Like
So y'all both staring like.
But the same way I'm turning and looking at you, like usually in a restaurant, y'all have enough space. Get a booth or something, and that makes it easier. But I don't want to sit across.
So Mike's dining, y'all both on one side of the booth?
Yeah. Really? He doesn't like it, but it doesn't matter. Sit over here with me, like. Right. So yeah, like
he be like, "Why you always want to sit next to me?"
Because I do. Like
I like sitting across. I want to stare at you
because I like the warmth. It be mad.
Wait, first date you're not sitting across? First date, I need to see.
Well, my slow ass been talking to you for 3 weeks, so sit next to me.
I've been talking to you for 2 nights, so you're sitting across from me, so that's I can visually see what your teeth look like, your eyebrows, your hairline.
But all that Instagram investigation, and you don't know if his teeth are straight. Right? You ain't find a video.
Yeah, if I've done my FBI work, but if I can't find him because his name is DJ Nobody, but his real name is Sean Carter. Like, I can't find your Instagram. Nobody knows who you are. We may not have friends in common. I need you to sit across from me so I can look at your features. See how you pick up your fork and your spoon. If you're holding your fucking spoon like this.
Well, yeah, after 2 days, I probably would sit across from you because I don't want you to get the wrong idea because niggas swear we fucking on the first date.
I mean, if he look good, probably, but that won't be my main.
I mean, most women know within the first
5
48 if I'm fucking you. We know. Like, there's no ways around it. We know that first
and
date.
even then, I still don't know. You can be at my apartment, and I still don't know. It's only up until.
Oh, I know.
You pull his pants down, you don't know.
No, I don't mean like that.
Well,
No,
that's what
no
I mean,
one knows,
even-
but you know if you have the idea, you have the inkling. So through all that prep and
So you
prime,
implying if he has a small D,
you're not fucking
you're
him.
not doing
You're
nothing.
already in the
Wait,
midst of
how do you
it.
get out of that situation?
I don't know.
You
I've
just
never
do.
been in that situation.
You do a backflip. You do a backflip right off the bed.
Oh goodness. Listen, I feel like
No, how do you get out of the situation? I'm dead ass.
You start to cough.
in 2020, all you gotta do is cough. Nigga, my chest. You know what? I think I'm having symptoms. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. You know what? They say that corona hit you when you least expect it. I gotta go. So
Shout out, we love y'all.
if that's
Little dick
if that's what you come in contact with,
I
okay?
had that experience, but I was young.
I've had that experience as a full-fledged woman, and let me tell you something.
I just didn't know how to manage it.
But
so I
you
was like,
know-
all right.
But let me just say this. Let me say this because I don't want to play the niggas that don't
All
got
right,
the
let's
beef
not do
stick,
that.
right? Even
we love
if
y'all.
you got, you know,
I can't even compose myself.
what's the even if you
Wait,
got.
so it is. I'm sorry.
Even if you got the Vienna sausage, I do think that it is the motion of the ocean. I've had
it's not.
I've
Shut
had
the fuck up.
no, I've had a, I've been with a smaller guy, and he handled it. We just
did
did
you
it.
call him back?
Yes, I called him back a few times. We had a whole 3-month fling, I would say.
Is this credit card guy?
No, this is after him. I was scorned and everything else that came with that bullshit. But this was a nice Dominican guy. He was
Damn.
very
I love
pretty.
Dominicans.
He
She
was
blew them
not
up.
pretty. He was very
all my
handsome.
dates.
He was again my type, bald, beard, nice beard. I think oops, about to blow my shit up.
Don't blow your shit up.
I don't think my boyfriend would listen. Well, he might listen, but by this time he probably done shut the shit off. So I think I could say it.
Yeah, we offended
But
half of these people.
I think I still have a picture of him, and he's a very sweet guy. When I say like one of the nicest, sweetest, honest, open guys I've ever dated, that's literally like we still cool to this day. We don't have conversation because my boyfriend knew him. Get to the point. Okay, whatever. So the point is we met at work and we were talking and getting to know each other. We had sex. It wasn't what I was accustomed to, but it wasn't bad. And everything else he did made up for it. Listen, all I know is I wasn't upset. That's how I feel about it. So sometimes don't count niggas out all the way. If it's
not
small
all the
and
way.
he don't know what he doing, then we have a problem. But if it's small,
if it's small and he thinks he knows what he's doing and I don't feel anything, we have a problem.
right.
Because there's men like that too.
But I honestly probably wouldn't have stayed with him if I had to have small D for the rest of my life. No. At least give me average.
It was good to date him for a little while.
It was good to have a fling because I had but I had gotten out of my relationship and was celibate and not dating for like a year and a half, and then I met him.
Were you guys on the same page after y'all little
Did you
fling?
tell him he has a small dick?
No, I never said
No,
you got a
don't.
small
Do
You
dick.
don't say those things to people.
So he's just walking around.
That's the equivalent
Little
of a nigga saying your cooter stinks. So if you tell a nigga like
it stinks for a second because a woman may have a problem. His dick is small for life.
I get that, but if we talking about trading insults, you tell a man his dick is small, that you're insulting me. It's not like, I'm just letting you know your dick is small. He's had it his whole life. He knows. He's aware.
No, does he know?
The niggas
Yeah,
who
they
act like they
know.
don't know are the ones that are trying to like make themselves feel better.
Okay, I
maybe
just want to make sure that men know that they
like
have a
I'm
small dick.
sure they know, and not for nothing. Niggas watch porn. They've been around. They've been in the locker rooms where other niggas might be in the shower. You've seen dick before, not in the I see it and I like it way, but you've seen dick and you know that your dick is not that big. So therefore, let's keep it. Let's be
What
realistic.
about the comment that guy say like, I'm a grower, not a shower?
I'm a grower, not a
all those-
shower.
fuck all
Let
those
me
words.
tell you something. This same
I think it's real. Cause I had a dude tell me that, and that was real.
it is real. Like
Okay.
it's like it's a push pop. Growing out a shower, like that motherfucker's coming out. It's revealing itself. But said Dominican told me
Wait,
later on.
The Dominican had the small dick?
Yes, he did.
I never encountered
So
that.
said Dominican hit me like maybe a year or so after that, and he was like, I've always been insecure about being a grower, not a shower, so I got snipped. And usually when people say snipped, I thought, wait, nigga, you
Circumcised.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, as a grown man, you got circumcised, and I'm not gonna lie, I was interested to see it, but by the
Didn't
time I'm in a
Omarion just
relationship,
recently get circumcised?
I didn't hear that. But Omarion looked like he has a big dick. He's a small guy, but it looks like it's big. Or maybe that's just a vibe he gives.
Oh no.
But
Yeah.
Omarion and his brother Orion are gorgeous, like gorgeous black men. Beautiful, beautiful black man.
Yeah.
So, anywho, most girls, most women, we know that we're gonna fuck you first
True.
date, after the first date.
True.
A week later, we know, but in that prep and prime shit that you're doing, you're not putting your honey pot wipes, your summer's eve wipes in your bag, throwing that shit in there.
No, we coming back to my place. So I don't need summer's eve. I'm gonna say, have a seat. I'll be back. I'm gonna go in the bathroom.
Like Issa did in the last episode. Not the last episode, but the episode that they went on that date.
When she was with
Bitch was like, I gotta use the bathroom. Bitch, we know you went in there to freshen up. We know you went in there to throw some water in your cooch.
Yep.
Wipe it down.
In the
Lil
restaurant?
Boosie. No, in
Men
his
do that.
house.
Oh, I'm
Ew.
just asking.
She went upstairs to use the bathroom. No, she went
In
upstairs.
any
and she
scenario, if I'm going back to his place, I'm gonna be like, give me a second.
Well, I'm not going to say give me a second. I'm going to be coy like Issa and be like, where's your bathroom?
Right.
And then I'm going
gotta
to go in
freshen
there
up.
and run the water. He's going to probably think I'm washing my hands or something. But a bitch is really hitting the spots. I got a little mouthwash, hit the underarms, hit the cooch, hit the back.
Yep.
And we done.
Unless I'm freshly showered and I'm walking down the block to a nice restaurant and we added in 45 minutes, I think I'm gonna be all right.
Right, yeah.
Depends.
But if
Depends on the time.
For instance,
If we on a full day,
if we're
you
on
need
a
freshen
full
up.
day, you
Yeah,
just
you need to
need
freshen
to,
up.
Because you
even-
know how you eat
and the
and
thing
then go
about it-
somewhere else.
And the thing
then
about it
walk
is you
around.
might not be fresh, but you want to feel fresh in your mind. Half the
Yeah.
time, that's what you're doing. You
The
just
same
want
way
to
I
feel
want to be skinny and y'all bitches
I don't want a bunch of
niggas.
niggas out there listening like, he's some dirty.
right. No,
We're not dirty
you
bitches.
are still fresh, but you
Yeah.
just want to be fresh in your mind. You want to
Yes.
spray a little Tom Ford on and smell your best. So
I ain't no
he
puta, I
can
keep my panties clean.
exactly. So
Do you bring home dude after first date and you know this could be not the one? We're not thinking that far ahead, but you know what I'm talking about.
mhm.
Or do you wait purposely to get to know him a lot more because you really like him? You think this would be the one? You bringing him home?
I don't believe in standards of waiting. A nigga gonna love you first date fucking or 20 week later fucking. Like that Steve Harvey think like a man 90-day rule. That's bullshit. He might have made money off y'all bitches, but let me be the first to tell you it's not true. I was about to say, okay, I done did my fair share of fucking, and some of it was within the first night or week. I'm a grown-ass woman. Yes, I had a whole phase, and let me tell you, those was the same niggas like, so we not together? No.
You did them like that?
I was, listen,
Yeah.
I was the city girl move that we seeing right now. Like, I love those little girls, them young bitches, because that was me.
Mhm.
Like, I lived my whole 20s
She got blasted.
doing what I want.
Who's she?
One of the city girls that she put, if you can't pay my rent
If you can't, listen.
Why you talking to me and everybody went on
But the
her?
same way you just said earlier in the conversation, a nigga might not want a woman who can't cook. Why do I want a man who can't financially sustain the lifestyle that I already have?
Yeah.
No, he's not my father. I'm not saying pay every bill. What I'm saying though is if you want something from me, I want something from you. And it might be, can you pay this bill?
That brings up a good point. Is the man paying the first date?
He better. He the fuck better.
All right.
I ain't pulling
I'm
out
just
no.
asking. I think
A bitch like me will leave her whole wallet home. I'll take my ID card.
Won't. I don't, just in case.
No, I got emergency money in my bra, but I'm bringing that emergency money in case I need to hop in a cab and my ID. I'm not paying for shit. I was in a relationship for 2 years and didn't pay for anything. I think I paid once. But I didn't.
That's my kind of relationship, and I provide in other ways. Don't get me wrong, but I feel
No,
like,
I paid for that shit in other ways. Like,
of course,
he was a husband,
but I feel like if a man
and
is
a father
courting me, if I'm doing
on the
this,
side,
yeah.
so I paid for that shit. That's the least he could have done.
If a man is courting me, I want him to pay for the first couple of dates, and I'm not saying that as a
Yeah, I feel like third or fourth date we could
Spoiled
split
bitch.
it, or I can pay.
I agree.
But the first initial dates, absolutely, he should be, paying. He should be courting. He should be opening doors. He should be making sure you get home okay. Are you upstairs? All right, have a good night. I enjoyed seeing you. Blah, blah, blah.
Now, if we far away and I need to get home, because this happens to me,
Everything happens to you. You just
and
full of stuff.
this was 3 a.m. I need to get home. I thought this was a date. Maybe I was wrong. It was with firefighter. Who cares about the name?
Mm-hmm.
It was 3 a.m. And he was like, obviously you can't take the train. I'm like, good. He's thinking smart. I'm not getting on the fucking public subway, the M from 14th Street all the way to Steinway. So he's like, I'm going to call. I pulled out my phone to go call an Uber. He was like, no, I will call it. A motherfucker called an Uber pool from 14th Street all the way to Astoria.
That's just disrespectful.
And I didn't realize it until motherfucker made like 3 or 4 stops and people were in and out the back seat because I was in the front.
Did you mention that to him? Like, oh, you called an Uber pool? I didn't know.
No, I just got in. He hugged me goodnight. Not saying that we should have made out, but the vibe was a little off. He did drink. So I was like, oh, he was stumbling. So I was like, okay. But his house, the house was on the...
excuse anything.
I went home mad. I think I texted you or like...
I mean, he should have known the Uber pool wasn't cool, but the least he could have done was ask, like, hey, are you cool with the Uber pool? Because not for nothing, maybe the price, maybe the price, that's what I was about to say, maybe the price popped up, and from where you're staying to your home, could have easily ran him $30. I know we're saying what the fuck is $30, but right now there is no Uber pool. So every Uber you're taking is full price. We paid $30 to get here today.
So by him putting me in an Uber
coming
pool,
from Harlem, so imagine my Uber.
Exactly.
By him putting me in an Uber pool, obviously it didn't work. But if you didn't know that, what do you think dude putting me in Uber pool meant? He's broke. He don't like me. He don't give a fuck.
No,
he's drunk.
he don't give a
Pick
fuck.
one.
He don't give a fuck. That's what I would have read from that. Like, because if we just had a good time, okay, yeah, maybe he was a little, lush and, drank a little more than maybe necessary. But I'm pretty sure, like, at the end of the date, maybe you probably thought y'all would have a date too. Or maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
It went very well.
Right. So
until he put me in an Uber pool.
So from there, like, I definitely wouldn't have. I would have been thrown off by the Uber pool. Like, what the fuck? But then to me, that would have just meant, oh, you don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, he ghosted
to
me
me,
after.
that's the end all be all. Like,
He ghosted you, so therefore now we can confirm he did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He probably knew he wasn't gonna see you no more. So he was
What
like,
did I
fuck it,
do?
I'm paying $12.50 for this trip to get this bitch home. I'm not paying full price.
Basically.
I'm not paying full price for a bitch I know I ain't gonna see no more. So in that instance, I get it. I would have been pissed too. I mean, so we ran down the day. He's to pay. You ate your soup. It's the end of the day. Y'all been, you know what I'm saying? It's the end of the night, or maybe y'all went on a lunch date. I feel like a lunch date is friends. If a guy takes you on a lunch date, he don't want to fuck you. I'm just saying that.
Can that be a good thing?
No, because what the fuck? Don't waste my time. I am 31. I have precious
So you
years.
looking to fuck?
No, meaning if we're going on a lunch date, you want to be friends. You're not looking to date me. Like, you're not looking to
So
be
it
with
has
me.
to be dinner?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a grown woman. You're taking me to
He
dinner.
can't go eat brunch. There's some good brunch spots.
I go to
in the
brunch with
store.
my girlfriends.
Okay. Dinner it is.
First of all, I don't first and the brunches that we attend now, like if you see them, motherfuckers is smoking the hookah, girls is
Yeah, it's
out
a
with
club.
the
It's
cheeks.
clubbing during the
yeah.
day.
It's a club. Like we
It's
can't go to
ridiculous.
brunch and get to know each other.
So you're looking for an intimate setting.
Yeah, I'm looking for a true classic date.
Romantic
The
evening.
whole 9 yards of what
Yeah, because
most
if you
people
wanted
assume
to
a date
have fun,
is.
you go with your friends. When
Right.
you
I hear you.
with a
I'm
man that
asking.
you like, you want to
Okay.
be romantic.
The only time I've done a rush situation where it was like, okay, let's just go out was like I was out of town and just met this like gorgeous, beautiful man, gangster nigga from LA. And he was like, you want to go, to Roscoe's on La Mert? And I'm just like, okay, cool. But I was crazy back then because who the fuck goes with a random person? But it was a good time. Nigga showed me like LA, real LA. That's why I love LA.
Some Nathan Easter shit.
He wasn't no Nathan. That nigga was like a Nipsey, a YG, a true gangster.
You walked around with him?
Yeah, it was a good time. We rolled around mostly. We went to eat at Roscoe's because I'd never had Roscoe's before, which Roscoe's is better than Amy Ruth's. And I know people gonna give me slack for that because I'm from New York, but Roscoe's is way better than Amy Ruth's. Like, way better. But anyway, first of all, fuck Sweet Chick. As much as I think the owner is a beautiful white man, he's gorgeous, but that food is terrible. Terrible. That's just my opinion. From a black girl who loves fried chicken, that's not it. They want to be fancy and put parsley on my fried chicken. I don't need all of that. Sprinkle the adobo.
But you're right.
But yeah, I had a great time. We rolled around. He showed me the city, like parts of the city you don't get to see as a tourist, and then even the touristy spots. And then at the end of the night, he was like, "So, what we doing?" And I was like, "Nigga, I've been with you the whole day. Clearly, you know what we're doing." And it was a great time. And I think I saw him once after that, and that was it.
All right, so those are the one-offs.
Yeah.
All right, so I think date is complete. It's a nice date what we did.
Yeah, you
Saturday
ate your
evening.
soup, you feel skinny,
And I
you
may
know
bring
you
him
like him, blah, blah, blah. You've decided if you're going to wait to have sex with him or if you're going to have sex with him the same night. Some girls do wait because they want a relationship. So they feel like if there's chemistry,
And a
they'll
man's not
wait.
offended. Do men look forward to women saying come over?
I'm sure they do.
And if you don't,
I'm sure they do.
And if they like you, they're not mad, right?
If they
how that
like you,
works?
they're probably not mad because most of them are probably used to a woman wanting more. Like, for instance, these are conversations I have with my boyfriend all the time. And he's like, I've never had a woman just want to just fuck and go on about her business. They want to, like, get to know me. And if you know him as a person, you know why. He's a great guy. So girls are like, oh, nigga, I'm not just fucking you and passing you up. I'm keeping your ass. I'm keeping you around. So some niggas are just not that lucky. And some niggas are. But also, what type of man you could have a one night stand with and you could party with and then buy because you see no potential. But if you see the potential, you're like, no, I want to keep talking to you. I want to get to know you. So now, after all of that, a couple of months of courting, dating, all of that, when is the right time to be like, what are we?
What are we? That's the big question.
We're going to have to squash that out next episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And y'all could give y'all 2 cents in this because y'all in some good, stable relationships. So you'll let me know what happens.
Okay.
All right.
Well, guys, I feel like this has been a productive episode. I don't know if you learned a thing from this other than Dunkaroos and fried chicken and how to make some rice. So like I said, this is our food/dating series part 1. We will get into more parts, but we definitely want to know how you feel, what you think. What do you do on a first date? Are you a prep and primer like Jaleesa? Are you an aggressor like Shanae? Or are you Fatima who does not give a fuck? You gonna get what you get. You might get Dorothy Dandridge, or bitch, you might get, Shaquita. So let us know. Subscribe, share. We love you.
Yes, good things for you.
See y'all. Bye.